Did I upload this video to the wrong channel? No, I'm just here for another auto spec bit on the Volvo EX30. Volvo EX30 is an awesome little car that I have extensive experience with actually. I've driven it, charged it, properly tested the car. It is a car that I absolutely love. And there are some rumors about some upcoming updates in May of this year. Volvo has their model years from May to May, so their model year 27 starts in May, and I just want to comment on some updates and rumors and kind of think about, should you wait if you're thinking about buying a Volvo EX30 now? So let's jump into the video. Tom Lööf made a video on this actually, the rumors of the new updated Volvo EX30, and I'll link the video down below. It's a great video just showcasing everything. This video will be more about me talking about these rumors, presenting them to you and giving my thoughts, because as I said, I've driven the Volvo EX30 and I kind of have in the back of my head the updates that I personally would want on a Volvo EX30. So the Volvo EX30, first of all, is just a small SUV, a very small SUV, I would say, almost like a hatchback looking car. It looks awesome, one of the best looking small cars on the market. It is available in a bunch of different drivetrain options and a bunch of different battery options. It's even available with a LFP battery, which is interesting. They have the twin motor performance, which is the top of the line. That's the one I've tested. It is so fast. I believe when it was released, it was one of the fastest Volvos available. I think it still is. It's just insanely fast, the twin motor performance, and so fun. The interior of the car is very minimalistic Scandinavian design that we know from Volvo, but they did some controversial things with the interior of the Volvo EX30. So Volvo is kind of known for being this safe brand, having, you know, buttons, and everything is something that's part of their DNA, having the ability to adjust stuff without taking your eyes off the road. In addition, they have a bunch of safety system. They have extensive safety testing. I mean, most manufacturers do, but Volvo go kind of like the extra step, and at least they kind of market the safety, which is fantastic because making people aware of the safety systems in a car is great. Thumbs up to Volvo. Now, they removed the driver's display. So the display that you have in front of you, they removed it from the Volvo EX30 and they went to a similar design to the Tesla Model 3 and Y, I would say. There are not many other cars that have this kind of same layout where you have everything on a center display. In addition, the Volvo EX30 display is actually vertical instead of horizontal. This makes the text a little bit small at the top. And I would say it's significantly smaller text size and smaller speedometer size than the Tesla Model 3 and Y. And people coming from other Volvos that have always had this driver's display and everything, it is very, very weird to kind of go over to this solution and it being such small text. And it was difficult to actually see everything on the screen for a lot of people. I know that a lot of people have complained about the lack of a driver's display in the Volvo EX30. And I think it hits this brand extra hard because of the safety focus, because of the buyers of Volvos kind of want this safe, conservative design and not this kind of new tech stuff where everything is removed. So the first rumor is the return of the driver's display. There is a rumor that the driver's display will return, which I think is a fantastic update. You can't complain about having the information in front of you, in my opinion. There is also a rumor that this will be an accessory. This means that maybe old Volvo EX30s might be able to be upgraded to this new driver's display. If we look at other cars on the same platforms, the one I have experience with, or at least have had the ability to check out, is the Seeker X, which is the smallest Seeker. It's built on the same SEA Small, I think is the name of the platform. This one has a driver's display, so why can't the Volvo EX30 have it? Well, seems like it will borrow some parts from Geely here and make the driver's display available, which I think is fantastic. I have to mention that this is just rumors. It might not happen at all, and it might not be an accessory, but still happen, we don't know. So my thoughts on driver's display is that it's a nice upgrade and something that I think Volvo buyers would be very interested in. And from like a sales standpoint, I think it's a good idea to implement this driver's display again, because Volvo buyers are looking for a special kind of car, and the Volvo EX30 is a little bit controversial in its interior design due to this. So I think that sounds like a fantastic update, and yeah, I can't wait to test the new Volvo EX30 with the driver's display if that comes to be. So next up is interior updates. So the Volvo EX30 had a bunch of different interiors. I think the one I tested, the one I'm driving behind me here, was the one with this kind of blue-black interior, which I absolutely loved. I complimented the design and the materials in the interior so many times. They have this kind of cloth or fabric material that doesn't feel pretentious. It feels like a Volvo, and it feels like the price point of the car, even a little bit better, but they don't go all over with these kind of flashy details and everything. Everything is very minimalistic, but the blue and black interior looked amazing in my opinion, and I am a person that likes light interiors instead of dark ones usually, but I thought this kind of denim blue interior was just fantastic, and it felt so cozy inside the EX30. One of my favorite kind of like interior designs. I absolutely loved it, and the fun details all over the moose and everything, and when you open the trunk you can see the IKEA measurements, what will fit in the trunk and everything. So much fun. The one complaint I have about the interior in the EX30 is the rear seat space is not very good at all, and cars on the same platform have way better space for your legs if you sit in the rear. But enough about those complaints. The interior looks fantastic, but we are getting some updates to in the interior if we look at the rumors. So the black and blue standard interior is the one that we had. There is a rumor that we will have a new, more neutral, like black interior. I think some people were put off by the blue interior. I don't know why. In my opinion, blue is kind of like a neutral color, I would say. It's more neutral than green or red or yellow or anything like that. I think blue is the one to go for if you want like an accent piece that's not that controversial. At least that's my opinion. But there is a rumor of a new dark interior, so a new kind of plain black interior, kind of boring, but you know, it's probably better for the mass market maybe. And a new beige interior, and beige is not for me. I wouldn't want a beige interior in a car personally, but I know a lot of Volvo buyers that would. And the rumors are saying that they are removing the light interior, and the light interior is called, what's the name of the light interior? Breeze! Breeze is the name of the light interior. I believe, if I remember correctly, it was kind of like this white, very light blue interior in the Volvo EX30, and it fit the car so well. I think it's a shame that they removed that interior, which is just rumors again, so we don't know what will actually happen. So, should you wait for a new Volvo EX30? Well, seems like it if you want a driver's display, and I think most people would be interested in that. It doesn't add anything that's worse for the car. I think it's just better. But what I would like to see personally is more drivetrain options, or at least updates to the drivetrain and the battery, so that we can get a little bit of a faster charging. If you don't know, the Volvo EX30 doesn't have the best charging, and it has this kind of slow ramp below 10%, which I think is too slow for 2026. So I wish for some updates to the batteries. I want some seeker tech in that car, but I know that's just wishful thinking. What I would also like to see is probably all-wheel drive LFP would be amazing. Not many manufacturers does that, and I think a Volvo EX30 is such a small car where they would make that maybe possible. Would be fantastic to see. What else would I like to see? I would like to see some software updates for smoother software. The software isn't the end of the world, it's actually okay, and I've heard that I'm in all the Volvo EX30 owners forums already, so I've heard that they've had software updates. Unfortunately, they haven't been proper OTAs. They have been able to go to their dealer though and get the updates, which is fantastic. The car had some software issues in the beginning. I've heard that most of that is resolved now, which is fantastic. It had some problems with the heating of the cabin and everything, and that's due to software issues. That's apparently fixed now, which I'm so happy to hear. I absolutely love when they're able to update the cars. When they're able to update the cars over the air. The charge port location of the EX30 is in the correct position for Tesla supercharging, which is fantastic. This is the case for most Geely cars. The Seekers have the charge port the same place as the Tesla. The Volvos, most of them, I think, and also the Polestars, which is fantastic. Something also good with the Volvo EX30. So can't wait to see these updates in real life and experience them and see if the car really is better with the driver's display. I believe it needed it because of the small text on the screen and the vertical screen, and due to the buyer base of Volvos. Buyer base of Volvos are again looking for not necessarily a new experience. They kind of want the same old Volvo style. Some modern things are of course okay, but again, it might have been a little bit too controversial to remove the driver's display. Thank you so much for watching this Out of Spec Bits episode.